boys and girls, all my Tromblocks out there, welcome back to Other Robert. I'm Joe, and this is the season 20 finale, South Park, the end of serialization, as we know it. And it's the end of season 20, as we know it. This has been the best season when it comes to the canon-like structure of the seasons. And unfortunately, I don't think this was a fitting end for the season. Not even all, most of the story elements were there and wrapped up quite nicely. However, a main part of the season, whether you love them or hate them, has been the member berries. And for them to not really be in the episode until the last minute in a relatively minor role, they didn't even say anything, they were just kind of there. It was disappointing. Even if you didn't like the member berries, they had such a huge role, and you can tell that back when the election went the way it did, they changed what they were doing with their episodes. They apparently had reshot a few scenes for that week's episode, and it seems like they went in a different direction after that, and I question what the other direction would have been, because this one seemed kind of contrived at that point. The Mars storyline, I think, wound up being the weakest, and unfortunately that kind of became the main storyline along with Troll Trace. Gerald, I think, was arguably the main character of the season. That's what I feel like. And he had a nice ending. Sheila didn't find out, which is something I don't think many of us were expecting. I was expecting Sheila to find out. And that was funny. There were a couple of funny parts, but nothing really laugh out loud funny too much. I really think the Mars thing was a huge drag. The Mars scene where Cartman is dreaming and they're in the basement, that scene was probably the funniest part of the episode. However, the Mars thing was just such a miss, and it pretty much dominated the episode, that it was quite unfortunate. And really, with season 20, at least for me, I would have expected this to kind of end in a better way. The writing was there. I'm not just saying the writing was negative whatsoever. The writing was there. It wrapped up many storylines quite nicely. However, member berries, are we going to see them next season? I hope so, right? I mean, they were there. They had such a big role, and I think they could be like a PC principal where they could keep coming back in some capacity. I really believe that. And I think they're such a huge part of the season, and I think they could be a huge part of the show going forward. I think you can do some really funny stuff with them, just because of what they are and how they look, the animation and everything, and how they sound. But really just not really a funny episode, and that's disappointing. But the writing was there for this episode, and I question, is this the end of serialization as we know it for South Park? Probably not. They've done, I believe, 3 seasons now where they've done this canon-like structure. So I'm assuming they're going to keep that going with season 21. However, the name could indicate otherwise, but I think the name was just for this episode and having to do with Mars and everything. So, I mean, we'll have to see next year. No one can say for sure right now, except for Trey Parker and Matt Stone. So that's pretty much where I'm going to wrap it up here. There's not much more to talk about. The ending wrapped up. It was fitting, and with the internet starting over and that being the first email, it fit. It really fit, saying that nothing's really changed in that sense after all of that. So it was funny. Fitting. Very fitting. So that's where I'm going to wrap up this review for South Park Season 20. Thank you guys for watching this season. I know I haven't done every episode. I thank you guys for watching and commenting. And see you with Season 21. And down below, let me know what you guys thought about this season in general and how did it wrap up. For me, I didn't think it was the worst finale, but just not what I was expecting out of this season. I thought it was such a strong season, and the finale was not as strong as the rest of the season. Although I don't think it was bad. So let me know what you guys thought. subscribe if it takes around that much effort to do so. Until next time, you